Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the PlayHeadCast. I'm here with Cody.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And my name is Brandon. And last time we listened to Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. And, well, Cody, it was your pick, so go ahead and tell us what you thought.
Um, Definitely good songwriter. She's definitely 17. um, I think it's kind of cool. I like how trends cycle like that and that little angsty post-punk kind of things coming back out again. I think a lot of the songs were really heartfelt. Some of the stuff I heard in there, like yeah, it's like a mainstream whatever B-list Disney star, but I felt it. But that being said, I'm gonna make a bold statement here. I swear to God, this bitch took songs that were already popular when we were kids, took the same key, same rhythm, and just basically redid them. Which isn't like the worst thing to do, but I didn't really notice that until after I'd already recommended this. I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to music, and that did bother me a little bit.
Okay.
But she did have Taylor Swift help her write the album, and I guess you kind of have to understand these people make money off of this. So, I mean, nobody's going to make money the cleanest way, right?
Okay. As for myself, I thought the songwriting was fine. I thought the vocals were fine. I did not like the lyrics to some of the songs.
A little narcissistic, huh?
A little obnoxious. In particular, Deja Vu, the idea that she did it first, so, like, nobody can do it
Yeah.
afterwards. It's like, are you fucking 12? Like,
So, well, that's the thing, right?
that annoyed
Like I
the
said
shit out of
earlier,
me.
I said earlier, you could definitely tell she's 17 because obviously you feel this way when you're like a kid, but when you're an adult, you realize it's like a childish way of thinking, like, oh, basically the whole album's about excuse me, the whole album's about a girl who just doesn't know how to let go.
Hmm.
Um, so lesson to be learned. It's a great album when you're in your feels. Studies have shown when you listen to sad music when you're sad, it's going to make you more sad. So I don't know why everybody does that on purpose. I don't recommend listening to
I
this
don't
if you're
know.
going through a breakup.
I actually don't do that.
Yeah, it's silly, right? You know it's going to make you sad. You know it's going to inspire. Like, it's almost like some people are like addicted to being like fucking in pain or something. But um, like I said, there was a lot of clever writing. I like her voice. I do like that she uses real instruments. But I think my favorite song on there, I don't like the lyrics for Deja Vu. I did like the music production.
Okay.
Um, and my favorite song I think is probably Good For You because I hate it so much.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's like spiting somebody for like being happy.
Oh,
And
yeah. Okay, I remember.
and I understand, like, we're so lame. I actually recommended this because I thought it was a sound good album, but you little bitches who watch TikTok already know it's catchy. But we're gonna talk some shit. This girl has no real perspective on life. I'm actually a firm believer, and I'm gonna sound a little misogynistic here, so I don't. I do say this with caution.
Oh, dear.
I do think that a lot of this like anti-boy behavior that you see in like young girls, especially young teenage girls, I don't think they understand that they're the ones who actually like what's the word? I guess you could say reward that behavior or reinforce that behavior because it seems to be a pattern of like men are shitty to women and women are like, well, why is he shitty to me? I can change him. And then they give everything they got to the shitty guy. Whereas now they find a guy who likes them and they don't really know what to do because they're like, well, wait, I don't get it. You can live like basically it's like a cat situation, right? You don't really want somebody unless they can live without you. And I don't like this album because it's just another add-on to that, man. It's another add-on to like girls complaining about shitty men but rewarding shitty behavior by talking to men like that. Or even you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you can't blame the world for shit not working out. You have to look inward. And big takeaway from that album. Sorry, that's Cody who stole Christmas, guys. But quit fucking crying and
Christ.
blaming people for your fucking breakup. Okay, they broke up with you for a reason. You should probably pay attention to what they said because By the way, I do a lot of research on like interpersonal relationships. I'm not going to go into why, but they say most people when they break up actually do give the real reason why they wanted to break up when it finally comes down to it.
Hmm.
And I actually think, in personal experience, nobody. I mean, you'll hear what that person's saying to you, but I don't think a lot of people take it too to heart when they should. Because if somebody, I'm not saying somebody could be leaving you for the wrong reasons or they're right, but if somebody spent longer than a couple months with you and they have something to say, you might want to like put your emotions aside and take a note. That is the point of dating. You learn about yourself and others and what you want, what you don't want, and things you got to work on. Ladies, boys, quit blaming people for your problems. If you're single, you deserve to be single because it's your fault.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Um, for me, I don't know. I guess I have different philosophies on post relationship. Um, what would you call that? Like interaction or
It's kind of like
like feeling?
processing breakups.
Yeah, like there's the song like Traitor where she's talking about how like you said that you wouldn't be with this person and then we broke up and now you're with that person. So now I'm going to make a song about it.
Yeah,
It's like I don't know, like yeah, that sucks, but I feel like I don't know, get over it. Like
exactly, dude. And
sometimes shit happens like that and it's just like, well, yeah, it sucks, but I don't know, traitor
you
is a strong
Traitor,
word.
it's a strong word, and obviously to her it feels that way, right? And by the way,
Yeah,
can I
that's
just take
another
a second?
thing.
I want to take a second. I really want to thank Brandon. You obviously really did listen to the album, and like anybody who listening to this, I'm not. Me and Brandon don't bump Olivia Rodrigo. I'm not saying I never do. I'm just saying it wouldn't be our first fucking pick. We really gave it a dive in, and I appreciate that you really did dive into the lyrics like that. I went through something like that, with where a girl. Actually, every time I've ever dated a girl, they've always ended up talking to somebody I didn't want them to. But let me like peel that back a little bit. So, okay, yeah, the girls know that it's gonna hurt you, and most of the time they try to be, evasive or hide it. But shame on you for putting your happiness in the hands of somebody who you're not dating.
Yeah,
That's kind of your fault, You once you're not dating somebody, I mean,
all bets are
yeah,
off.
well, it really is that way, man. You can make all the promises in the world. I've never had one girl keep a promise like that. The best of the best, they always will break it. You know why? Because they don't owe you shit when they break up with you.
Yeah,
But you don't have to talk to them anymore either.
that's true.
So, you know,
I guess I'm a little unusual compared to a lot of people that I've talked to in that I don't demonize my exes. Um,
I do initially, but down the road, I actually have a lot of respect for them.
I guess for me it would depend on how severe the situation was. Like if
Yeah.
it was super fucked up and they were like a horrible person, then yeah, I'm not gonna want to talk to them again. But I'm still friendly with a lot of the people that I've been with, and I don't see any reason not to be.
I would love to say that. I personally experience chaotic relationships.
I
I don't.
see.
I mean, that's the kind of I do. I'm a very authentic person. I try to be as honest as I can. I talked about it before. I experience a certain disorder, and it does make interpersonal relationships especially hard for me. So usually, if I do end up breaking up, it's not in a fucking smooth or uh, cohesive way. It's pretty intense. And I will say this, because I have like a strong emotional reaction to certain things, initially through breakups, I don't take them that well. And I do, and in a way, I have to demonize the person I'm trying to get over because like, I'm almost codependent on them. So I
Hmm.
have to. It's almost a technique I have to use. I have to find the reasons why I don't want to be with them. I kind of have to hate them for a little bit. But from the bottom of my heart, dude, I wish nothing ill to anybody who's ever dated me. I only wish them nothing but happiness. And yeah, it sucks. Cuts are deep, but like, dude, um, everybody plays their part in a relationship, and like, if you ever loved anybody and you can actually say you actually love them, then you really shouldn't want ill towards them. No matter what they do to you. And that's why I'm a firm believer. When I tell somebody I love them, which I don't use that lightly with people I date, it means you have permanently solidified a place in my heart. I'm not saying that I'll love you forever, or I'm let you get away with murder. I'm just saying I've seen a side of you that I think's worthy of appreciation and admiration.
Yeah.
But I do use hatred as a technique to get over, and that's not healthy. But I understand, you have to understand. I think for certain people, that's just how you have to do it. Especially when it's hard to let go.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
different people are different, obviously. So
yeah, man, they are, dude. People are very different, and it's like way more than we'd like to believe. Like I think we talked about that last time, just like our childhoods, or maybe it was like two episodes ago. But um, I really can't imagine what it was like being a kid, like in your shoes. I'm sure you couldn't imagine what it was like being in mine, but that's it's kind of like all the music you'll never hear, all the dope music you're never going to get to listen to. It's like you're never going to know what it's like to live somebody else's life.
that's true. Yeah. No matter how hard you try to understand.
How hard to try, you can never possibly know the intricacies of like somebody's mental state. Hence, people going postal. If you guys don't know what that means, that's a reference to a postman who went around fucking basically killing people on a rampage. Am I right? I believe that's the reference to Postal and the
Yeah,
video
it's
game.
it's like a post office worker. Well, that's where the game's title comes from.
It's
Is like
yeah.
post office
Going
worker
postal.
snapping.
Hey man, pushing all that mail, it gets to you.
I
P.
don't,
Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
I don't know how many retail workers snap, but I feel like that should be a phrase going retail.
My God, okay, so I think the toughest skin workers in the service industry are fast food workers. They just deal with the absolute most garbage people in the world.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
then it
terrible.
goes, yeah, retail is just monotonous and fucking boring, and you don't get paid shit. Sales is soul sucking. God, dude, I can go down a list of all the fucking jobs I've worked that I hated.
Yeah, fast food is heinous. I fucking despised it.
I like the people I worked with in fast food, though. Some of them.
Yeah, I had some fun people I worked with.
Every once in a while, I'd get a cool person I wouldn't mind fucking, at least they're here. But then there's just some fucking people you work with who just don't give a shit. Because it's fast food.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Dunkin' Donuts out there, Brandon, or is this only Starbucks?
I think there's a Dunkin' somewhere in Lancaster, but not like close to me.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was in the East. They're fucking everywhere, and dude, they have the worst service ever. They have great coffee, but I mean, like they literally throw like the coffee at you in the bag and the napkin separate, and your food. They don't care. And like I'm not even kidding. 5 times, well, maybe not five, but more than once, I've seen somebody walk out of a Dunkin' to quit in the middle of their shift.
Damn.
Oh my God, that must feel so good. Just having such a bad day. You're like, wait a second, I just don't have to be here. Just
It's
fucking leave.
if you're in a position where you can do that, that's got to be like instant relief.
Oh my God, it's so empowering, dude. I've done it before. I've walked out of a job. I was like, fuck this, dude. I'm out. I was a marketer for timeshares. God, if you don't know what those are, it's a fucking hard
Uh,
job.
that sounds like AIDS.
Yeah, it is AIDS. I made a lot of money, but I started to realize the morality of the fucking job was just not in line with mine. And I was so stressed out. And these sales, when you work at a sales job, people just try to like find a way to, they try to find the objection you have with the job and then talk you into staying. It's fucking like mind control, man. And then one day I just was so depressed. We just got done with a hurricane. There wasn't a lot of people out, and I started walking out the booth, and my friend Alex was like, "Dude, where you going?" I was like, "I'm going home." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going home." He's like, "What do you mean you're going home?" I was like, "I fucking quit." I fucking quit, dude.
Nice.
Fuck this. Yeah, it was great. I had no money for like fucking 2 months. I loved it. But oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, we got a little carried away. I guess I never.
You did not.
Well, conclusion on the album we were discussing. I thought it was like pretty good.
For the music production and songwriting, I'll give it 7 Rodrigos out of 10. but for narcissistic teenager angst, I give it a 3. 3 Rodriguez out of 10.
I would say I liked Brutal. I think the most just because
That
of
was
the
sick.
music. Yeah,
Yeah.
musically it was cool. I think it would be cool if she did more stuff like that and maybe found other things to sing about.
You know, and I'm just quick on that. That's the first song I heard by her, and I was like, "That's pretty cool." It kind of has like a cool little like heavy sound to it.
All right.
She has potential. But anyways, Brandon, what do you have to bring to the table today?
All right. So this one is going to be a little light compared to some of our other picks. It's going to be the shortest thing we've done because I think it's an EP, so it's not a full length. It's like 17 minutes long, and that is "Ouch" by Matt Watson.
Oh, by Matt Watson. Okay.
Yeah, Matt Watson is from a YouTube channel called Super Mega. And he's a funny guy. If you don't know what Super Mega is, I might have to send you some stuff, get you introduced to them because they're one of my favorite YouTube channels. And he just decided to make some music once, and this is what it is.
Right on. Okay, okay. Now, what is his channel about? Oh, do you want to go over that when we listen to the album?
Well, we can talk about it now because it doesn't really matter
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of
Besides the
the
music,
album.
what
Yeah.
who is Super Mega?
So Super Mega is Matt Watson and Ryan McGee, two very funny guys, and they do a lot of stuff like they do let's plays, and then they also do like live action comedy stuff, and they're, in my opinion, some of the funniest guys that I'm aware of. And I don't think they get enough love. I mean, they're doing pretty good for themselves, but like, I feel
I
like they
think
should
it
be bigger.
very underrated, very underrated. Okay,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Like, one day you're just gonna look on YouTube and see them blown up and be like, I was there first.
I'll have a tear in my eye if they get like super big because I feel like they definitely deserve it. They're really funny guys,
Be
and
consistent with
I
their uploads.
I don't wanna blow my opinion of Ouch already, but I think Matt is also a talented songwriter.
Oh, right on. Okay, so you think this is something he dabbled in and may have more talent in?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to if he does more stuff because it's it's only 17 minutes and it's like just enough to get me hype for more.
I like that. I like when artists release like a couple of songs from an album, like a year or two before, and then when the whole album's released, there's more good songs. That rarely happens, but when it does, oh, just love a solid good album. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
albums that are just like front to back, like, oh, thank you for giving me something to look forward to for the next week. Just give me another thing to look forward to. But, I have good news, Brandon. I will be back in California by July, I believe, 12th or 17th, maybe
Oh, okay.
17th. So I'll be in California. So perhaps me and Brandon can do
We
a
should definitely
live,
do like an in-person thing.
like an in-person live podcast or something. That'd be sick. I'll bring my little keyboard. I'll play the little drums on it. Every time we make a joke.
I mean, I don't know about that, but
I might kidnap Brandon and take him to Florida with me. We'll hop on my pet gator, make our way back.
yeah, I don't want to go to Florida, Cody.
You know what's weird? And I had this. I was talking to my grandma about this, dude. I swear, whatever it is people hear about Florida on TV, it is just not what Florida actually is. Like I remember thinking I
Cody,
knew what Florida.
I just can't do the climate,
Oh, the heat, the humidity.
the humidity. I can't do humidity, dude.
Yeah, it took me 6 years. 6 years to like really get acclimated, and like when I say like acclimated, I mean like if I go to California now, I shiver. And like I just
Well,
like
not in July, you won't.
oh no, dude, when I was there last summer, it was fucking hot. I had forgotten what real heat was. Because in Florida it's humid and wet, but when you get to California, it's like beige and desolate, and there's everything's dead.
Well, at least in Palmdale.
At least in Palmdale.
There's other parts of California that are fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, San Diego. Um, I think Santa Clarita. I like Santa Clarita. I love Northern California. You've never been to Yosemite, have you?
Yeah, I might have, but I would have been extremely young.
Oh, you haven't left the state much.
The only place I've ever been out of state would be Vegas.
We gotta fix that, man. I know you couldn't live out here, but maybe you need to come visit.
Well, we could talk about that later.
Okay, cool. That'd be fun. Um, Show you an alligator, man. They're like dinosaurs, except they're real.
Dude, alligators are fucking terrifying.
Yeah. They actually are, but my friend Ryan, he went on a hike, and I want you to imagine like a berm, like, going down into like a lake, and he's walking towards his berm. Well, like as he gets closer, he doesn't realize there's like an alligator like right under the berm. And the alligator looks up and got fucking scared as shit and just like popped out of the water and like did like a fucking somersault and like swam away. And I was like, Jesus Christ. That would scare the fuck out of me. Just walking by a lake and a dinosaur just pops out and does a flip and swims away.
Have you seen that
And then,
fucking video of the alligator where somebody like throws food in to like a bunch of alligators and one of them just grabs the foot of another one and fucking death rolls it off?
yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, they're fucking brutal, man. And they're just hanging around everywhere in Florida. They're everywhere.
See, I hate gators, man. They're fucking weird.
They're like the cockroaches of reptiles, dude. Nothing will kill them.
The cockroaches are reptiles.
No, dude, they really are. Like, I'm not saying they're as gross, but fuck, dude, like they can survive anything apparently.
Yeah, they've been around a long time.
Yeah, man. Like, do you think we could kill off the gator population if we tried?
If you tried.
If they survived all that, dude, they basically survived a nuke.
Like if you really wanted to get it done, you probably could. Or at least put them down enough that they would have a hard time existing.
I think I was talking with M and like a couple other people. M's my girlfriend, by the way. We were talking about how like, isn't it fucking crazy that like 99% of life has been wiped off this planet probably twice, and it's still back.
Yeah, it's trippy thinking about all the shit that like we'll never have seen that used to be here.
Yeah, dude, I was like, I was reading this book called Fingerprint of the Gods, and it's just about these weird like temples and structures that just been left around, for like thousands of years, and how little we know how they were built, or what was going on at those times. And I was like, dude, I'd give so much money just to be right where I am now, like standing, and then just like go 10,000 years just for like 5 minutes, just to see what the fuck was going on, If not 10,000, maybe like a million, just to see, dude. Like Jeff Goldblum, life finds a way.
You know what fucks with me is I wonder what would have happened, like society wise, if Neanderthals had survived.
What kind of culture we would be? Like
Yeah,
how
like I almost feel like it would be kind of ugly, just based on how shitty humans are.
probably right.
Just be like the other people, like we would be not on good terms.
So I think Homo erectus, is that who beat the Homo sapiens? Whatever. The other monkey people, besides the Neanderthals. The reason we beat the Neanderthals or started breeding with them and beat them was because we were smarter, right? We were using weapons, whereas Neanderthals were kind of like mouth breathing like dum-dums. But there still is Neanderthal DNA floating around. I have it.
Just imagine though, like for a minute, if they were still around as their own separate thing, like
God,
what would that be like?
I guess we compare it to like orcs in like Middle Earth, just like ew, mud people.
Jesus Christ.
You call everybody a mouth breather, you fucking mouth breather. Don't call me that. They're all giant and shit. It's so funny, dude. Um, I always wondered, like when it came to like, what would a K person be like do if they just saw an iPhone?
I don't know, because they
I,
couldn't
there's no,
comprehend what the fuck it is.
they wouldn't be able to comprehend it, but I think they'd comprehend it enough to know, like, don't break it. You know,
Are you
like
sure?
probably. Well, I mean, so we have fire, and then fire turned into this like ritualistic, it's like a part of our culture, right? We do stories around the fire, we sit around the fire. Obviously, it's warmth. It offers you something, so it has importance. Well, when they see this light up fucking brick, I'm sure they're gonna know it's important. Now, I'm not saying they won't break it, but they'll definitely understand it enough to, I don't know, maybe they'll get scared and throw it. You're right. I always thought
Like,
it'd be dope to just go in like Victorian times and drop like an iPhone and just walk away. How long would it take for them to reverse engineer it?
oh Christ. Well, they'd have so much to try and understand.
I couldn't even charge it.
That's true. So, yeah, that would be like a ticking clock to figure out what the fuck, what is this thing?
But yeah, I wouldn't make it.
And
It was
also, a lot of the function of it would be lost just based on being back in that time. Because there wouldn't be any phones to, use it with, so they wouldn't understand what that part of it was. And there wouldn't be any internet, so.
it'd be so dope to go back and pick it up and find selfies on it.
People accidentally taking pictures of themselves. I mean,
Like,
honestly, that'd be kind of cool on its own. Like even just showing a like digital camera to people from that time, they'd be like, "Holy shit!"
yeah, coming back and being like, "Hey, nobody's ever gonna believe you, but this is the future. Take a picture, run away. Leave the photograph. Leave a photograph before photographs existed."
So yeah, I wonder about a lot of stuff, like kind of like alternate history stuff, and I shouldn't like spend time thinking about it because obviously it's completely pointless. There's no way to know. But like
So
you
is
ever
everything
think
else.
about like just like little things where it's like it almost happened a certain way and then it didn't and it happened the way that we know it and you just wonder what would it have been like had it happened the other way.
You could even go further and say how different the things actually happened, but it was recorded differently.
That's true. I'm sure a lot of unpleasant things
Oh yeah.
don't make it in.
I think I know like the Black Lives Matter movement's kind of big right now. One of the big I was like, writing a paper about like a Charleston Harbor situation where like it was like 50. I'm probably exaggerating the number, but like 10,000 slaves. A lot of slaves were just drowned to prevent them from being captured by the redcoats, right?
Christ.
And I was looking for this particular event on Google, on Scholar websites, everywhere. Couldn't find it anywhere. I finally found something, and I was like, wow, why was that so hard to find? But that was like a massive deal. You know what I mean? And I was like, because it wasn't recorded, because people were fucking racist, didn't care. But
Well, yeah, because it's just
um,
the sinking of property at that point is
yeah,
what
to
they would
them
have
they look
thought.
at it as like they don't look at it as people. They look at it as fucking that's disgusting. And but what bothered me is like still to this day with all this information, it's really hard to obtain. Which I'm not saying I want to make fucking kids anti-American, but I think we should be getting into the full history so we like hey, we're not perfect. Nobody is. We have a lot more to work on. Um, just say yeah, dude. History, dude. It's totally written by the victor. There's probably a bunch. I want to know. Because you know that they can. There's no recorded history on the burning of the Library of Alexandria or Alexandria.
Yeah,
They don't know why it got burned down. They don't know who did it.
that's interesting.
It is, dude. That was a lot of information. Like that's not even up for debate. Like that's like everybody's pretty certain there was information that could have saved us a lot of fucking trouble to what we understand about our past now.
Damn. Could have been more advanced more quickly.
Yeah, probably the world's best chocolate chip cookie recipe that we'll never ever get to see or have.
Well, that's subjective.
I mean, dude, what's your favorite food? Like not favorite food isn't like if you had a million, like something you can eat every day and be fine.
All right, I think my favorite thing, it's pretty specific. It's a spicy eggplant dish from a Thai restaurant that's near my house, and I get it with fucking crispy pork belly. That shit is amazing.
Perfect. Now imagine a recipe for the best whatever that is, and it's just burning right in your eyes at the fucking Library of Alexandria.
I mean, I'd be upset.
A little bit, right? I think if I had a book in the Library of Alexandria and it was like the first exposure or something, it would be the first person to take the crust off the bread, ball it up in little balls, and eat it, and then eat the crust afterwards.
Oh my god, I do that.
Yeah, that would be my input. And somebody burned it, and now it took whoever knows how long to figure it out again. But yeah, man. I wonder how much porn got burned.
I don't know.
What if it was just a huge porn library?
I mean, for all we know.
Like, I'm pretty sure it was orgies were normal back in those days, right?
Um, I don't know. My dates are a little screwy. When would that have been?
Uh, Fuck, dude. I don't know. I'm not. I love history, but to be honest, I actually don't. Actually, in my defense, they don't know when the library was burned either. That is up
Okay,
for interpretation as well. But I don't even have a general timeline, so somewhere probably like around 1,000 years ago, a
that's
couple
it.
thousand years ago. Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3,000 years ago.
Hmm.
But I mean, we're talking about Caligula times, so maybe. Hey guys, you want to hear a cool sound effect? That's what I think about the Library of Alexandria. Okay, we're off that subject now. I don't know. I'm not a history buff. I'm not even going to look it up. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. Because it's gone. It's gone, guys. Time to move on, just like Olivia Rodrigo. Oh, shit. Brandon, have you ever seen 28 Weeks Later?
I have.
I just watched it for the first time with my girlfriend. It's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like how they like ruined a good situation. Like everything was fine. They got it all under control. And this fucking pompous asshole breaks through all these like security fucking guarded doors with his pass card and kisses his infected fucking talking.
Okay, Cody.
But yeah, okay, sorry about that, y'all. Had a little headset malfunction there.
It's all good. I'll edit that down.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god, this is gonna be a little gross. But I gotta talk about it because it's pissing me off. There's an upsetting amount of videos of people shitting in like supermarkets.
Oh my god, who just dropped their pants and do it?
Like I found one because like I'm on a subreddit called "Make Me Suffer," and it's just like stuff that's just like oh god, like it's either just like horribly cringy stuff or like just something that's disgusting. And there's like a lot of people. Like there's one. It's this guy. He just fucking like stops walking in the middle of an aisle and he just shits and like flicks it out of his pant leg.
Shimmies it out.
Yeah, and then there was a woman. She just starts digging up her fucking dress and like throws out a handful of shit.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, these people are fucking creatures, man. It's horrible.
God, you just gotta stay away from Walmart, dude. That's why I like going to Target's all the difference. You won't find that in a Target.
Oh, you hope not.
You fucking hope not. Dude, that is so fucking savage. To just have the fucking just the disconsideration for anybody else just to take a shit while you're walking. Like,
I mean,
what
like,
the
I want to know, are these people like fucked up normally, or is this just like their one thing that they did that's like completely disgusting and over the line?
Like fucking lazy. I remember when I was a kid, dude, I'd have to like shit so bad, and I'd be playing with my toys and be like, God, I don't want to poop. I just want to keep playing with my toys. Because if I don't do it now, I'm not gonna have time to play with my toys. I would just like hold it in so long, and like, anyway, I went to a doctor. I'm not gonna get the ins and outs of why, but he was just like, Hey, you need to tell your kid to not hold in this shit.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
it's like not good for you, dude. It kind of when you brought that up. Do you remember a website called eFucked?
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
Porn bloopers.
Yeah.
I saw one. Oh my god, dude! It made me white in the face. This guy had his like thing in like a hole in the ground, and this chick with the high heels just came up
Oh
and stepped on
no!
it, and it shot blood out like immediately.
Yeah, I think I've seen that exact clip.
And I was just like, no, no, no. God, it's like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. Like, oh, you fucking weird, creepy fuck. Like people who mutilate themselves and shit. Like, oh my god,
I think
why are you so weird?
I think the thing that really fucked me up on eFucked was it was someone fucking another person's dick hole.
Oh yeah, docking.
No, no, no. Docking is when you like rub the foreskin over. I mean, like their penis was inside of the other person's penis.
You stop. You're gonna make me vomit. I'm gonna puke. Can't handle it. There's no way. That's not even possible.
No, it's possible.
Ah.
I saw it, and it like ruined the other penis.
Do they take like painkillers or like what do they do?
I don't know. I've heard that about porn actresses who do anal. I've heard that they like just get fucked up on painkillers.
Sad.
So I don't know.
Sad.
Fucking
Don't do that. Guys, look, if you have to fucking hurt yourself to have sex, there's something wrong. I'm sorry. I can feel the tip of my penis more in this conversation than I did before. I don't want to do that. Ow. God, if anything ever happened to me like that, I would just fucking burst into flames and just implode. I wouldn't exist. Before I could even feel that level of pain, I would just instantly cease to exist. God damn. I had like okay, we're getting a little dark, fellas. I had like a rough thought. I had a dream that I fell off a building
okay.
and like survived. And it was like in the dream when I hit the ground, I could feel the shock set in, like because I couldn't feel anything, and I woke up and I was like, oh my god, that was terrifying. And so I basically woke up before I started feeling the pain of the fall. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Ugh. Weird dreams, folks. Also, totally off subject. I am making a small album. Now that
Okay.
we're talking about music. If anybody didn't know, I'm really big into sequencer synths and kind of making analog music. And I've been kind of working at it now for like 6 years. And I've gotten pretty good. So there's a couple cool songs I've saved or whatever. But it's just gonna be like kind of a fun album for me. Definitely unconventional music, but I'm sure somebody will find something they like. But I will be giving more information on that later. I
Okay.
just want to throw that out there for now.
Yeah, I do have music on a SoundCloud. I'll just throw that in the description. If you have one too, I can throw that there as well.
That's where I keep messing up, man. I have it all recorded and everything. I just never upload it to SoundCloud. But yeah, totally, I could do that, and then we could post some of our music, and also like, I think we need to work on an intro. I know we keep talking about it, but we need like an intro song or something.
I mean, we have an intro bit. It's just not
Yeah,
like
yeah. We
all,
need we
all
need one custom
complicated.
for us. We need to work on it together. We'll call it the Brody
Ew.
Gallahole.
Don't ever say Galahole again. I hate that.
Gallahole.
You want to fuck my Galahole?
Gadaher.
Get her.
Brandon Gadaher. Oh my name's Carrie, and that's my husband Brandon, and we named our son Crandon.
Yeah, I'd rather die.
Near Crandon. Oh, dude, imagine a 4-year-old kid being like, I want to die. Why? Because my parents named me Crandon.
That's fucking terrible.
Dude, you know what I think's funny? People with like single mom names, like Aiden or like Chase.
Jeez.
Like Ian. Aiden, get over here.
Oh my god,
What's up?
it's funny you say that because that's the kid's name in The Ring.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a single fucking mom kid name. Like single moms give their kids the douchiest names ever.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know, because they just want their kids to be the men that left them.
They want to give them some other name other than their bastard father's name.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, a bastard name would be Aiden. If your name's Aiden, you know your fucking parents are separated. So don't get mad. I really hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings with that joke. I was kidding.
That's alright. I'm sure there's no Aidens amongst our, like, 7 fans.
7 fans, and if there is, you need thicker skin, Aiden. Dude, have you ever owned like a succulent plant?
No.
So I got an aloe vera plant that I've had now for coming up here on like 5 years. It's fucking huge. It started off so small. This motherfucker is huge. He's got like 6 or 7 more leaves. His name's Aldo. Aldo Vera.
Aloe vera.
Yeah, no, he is, dude. He's my first gift from my girlfriend. I brought him all the way to California on a road trip and then flew him back.
Okay.
Yeah, I travel with this plant, dude.
That's
And
interesting.
he's doing so good right now. He's going to college. He got accepted to some pretty good schools, but he finally landed on one. Me and his mom are really proud. Um, he did come out as gay, but you know we love him either way. Um, Anyways, the reason I brought up Aldo here is there's a fucking cat eating his leaf, and I don't really know what to do because I like the cat more.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
I just I just confessed my love for this plant just to follow up with, yeah,
I
but I like
love
the
the
cat
cat
more.
more.
I love the cat more. Boy, dude, it's been a real like boggy, boring couple of weeks for a summer. And I thought after COVID, like shit was gonna get a little wilder, but it just. Do you feel like permanently dragged down from the COVID like pandemic last year?
um, I don't know. I kind of felt permanently dragged down from my life, Cody.
Yeah, I know, but I mean like extra, like maybe a 10% increase.
Um, I don't know. The only thing that's really different right now is that I'm not working at this moment. But
Me neither. I need a
I
job.
I didn't do shit really, except for when I was a whore for 2 years.
Oh, really? I was a whore, an actual whore. You have like the small little pistol on your side.
Fucking Derringer
Yeah, your little
strapped to
Derringer.
my thigh.
What do they shoot, like 22s?
I think so.
Yeah, they have like 4 or 5 shots in them. I didn't realize how easy it is to survive a bullet from a 22. Like, I almost, if I'm gonna get shot to death, I really hope they're like hollow point 9 mils and not 22s, because 22s are gonna fucking hurt. In the sense that they're gonna take longer to kill me.
Well, one good shot through the eye and you're dead.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, what if it just hits a part of my brain that makes me itch? Or like gets stuck in my arm, you know, then I gotta go to the hospital and get it out. Or shot in the stomach. Imagine getting shot in the stomach with a 22. Oh my fucking god, that would suck, dude.
Yeah,
You would be in
probably.
so much fucking pain for a long ass time. And if you survived, every second of that fucking survival process would be, you probably pass out.
Yeah, that sounds like something I don't want to do.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't realize that a 9 millimeter could take you off your feet, even if you're wearing a bulletproof vest.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is actually. I forgot what the range is, but it's not that fucking short, or it's not that far, like, or not that short. Like, if I think it's even like 100 feet away, you can take somebody off their feet with a 9 mil. If with a dead center shot to the chest, though, you'd have to really hit their center of gravity. But yeah, dude, they're fucking. It's a strong fucking bullet. Um, I've when I was in the military, we used to like the cops or the MPs used to have these like guns and they shoot like paint rounds, right?
Yeah.
With like the M4s, and I got to go with them one day, and like you would think like, oh, it's just paint rounds, whatever. Dude, they fucking hurt. This guy was hiding behind a bench, like surrounded by us, and he kept like kind of like I'd say he was putting his rifle up like about a 45, and he was lobbing rounds like way out in the distance towards us, and I could just hear him crack next to me. Like, and I went up, I was like, all right, stop, and I put my hand up, and it smacked the back of my hand. Brendan, I screamed like 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 a little girl. I think worse than a
Damn.
little girl, dude. I, oh, you remember when we were kids? We used to shoot each other with the fucking airsoft
I
guns.
was thinking that the whole time you were saying this. I was like,
Oh
I'm gonna
my
bring that
god,
up.
dude! I hated it because you're so like, oh, you didn't mind getting shot, one, and you were just fucking a better shot than me, and I was scared to get shot, so you would kind of take advantage of that. It
I
just
remember you were
lightened it.
blind firing and I shot your fucking hand.
Hated you for that. That hurts so bad. I was afraid to pop out though because I knew you would take like if I hit you, I knew you weren't gonna stop shooting me. Like you were gonna take cover. So if I like left myself exposed, you just shoot me in the fucking forehead.
I wasn't aiming for your head, I don't think.
It's like I stick my head up, fucking die. Um, Do you remember that little like fucking nook that was on top of your door?
Yeah, I do.
What a weird add-on to a room.
Yeah, it's a little bizarre.
Right? I was like, what is that for? Like, I guess to put stuff up there, but I was like, you could literally hide bodies up there. I remember you fucking hide up there. The only like thing I wish we could have done was shoot him in the house. Obviously, couldn't do that for obvious reasons. But your house would have been a sick fucking like airsoft battle zone.
Dude, if I was rich, I would buy a house exclusively as like a fucking CQC airsoft house.
That'd be sick, dude.
Just be like, it doesn't matter what you do in the house. Just fucking
Dude, if I have a
suit up and
house,
have fun.
it's gonna have trapdoors and slides everywhere.
Dude, I want a secret
Not for
passage
any
so bad.
Yeah, right? Fuck, I would use it all the time. And I would never let anybody know it was there except for like my closest friends. And we would just fuck with guests, you know, like just like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and just pop up right behind them, like, hey, I'm done. Like, how did you do that? They're like, what?
Just have like a fucking thing that leads upstairs.
Dude, like a BDSM chamber? What? What? um, okay, bro, I wanted to talk about a drug real quick. DMT.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Okay, what have you heard?
I mean, I don't remember the details. I just know that I've heard of it.
So you're aware of its existence, but not what it does.
Yeah.
So essentially, the short version is it's like a chemical your brain releases when you die, and it's really popular because it's it uses the same compounds as ayahuasca. So you
Okay.
know when people go on those like shaman trips out in South America, whatever. Well, there's these weird accounts where like multiple people who are on these trips will see the same things in the same places and have the same experiences. And people who aren't tripping or on the substance under the influence will be there monitoring and be like, that's a little weird that they're seeing like they're describing the same things without communicating to each other. So he has them separated and he's asking them what they see and they're describing the same exact thing. And it's particularly popular because most people like it's popular for people who aren't religious or who don't believe in, you know, or are actually strictly atheists, not agnostic but atheists, and they'll take it and they'll swear on everything, you know, that they've come in contact or not necessarily something spiritual but something intelligent, right? And that doesn't
Okay.
necessarily mean there's a god or anything. But what's interesting is you have multiple people describing the same thing in the same space at the same time. And I got done talking to a guy. I went to the airport to go pick somebody up, and I was just sitting there waiting. I was talking to this guy from the Czech Republic, and he's like, "Yeah, I just got done. I just got back from South America on an ayahuasca trip." And I'd been interested in trying DMT. I'm terrified of psychedelics, by the way. I've done them before. They're fun, but they can go bad. And I mean, dude, this guy was like a hardcore atheist. Like, never had any reason. He's like 40 years old, no reason to believe in God. And I was like, you really believe in like an intelligent like force beyond this like realm, I guess you could say. And he's like, absolutely. And I'm like, and you don't think this is your mind playing tricks on you, or blah blah blah, or this and that? And he's like, I mean, I can't prove anything, you know. He's like, the human mind's a complicated thing. He's like, but I'm telling you, he's like, I'm a pretty aware guy. I'm very skeptical, and he's like, and I truly believe that I came into contact with something other than, you know, human.
Hmm.
And I started doing some research into it, and like I'm like, holy fuck, dude. So one, I want to try it, but I stumble upon this hilarious video. A fucking jaguar in the middle of like the jungle is chewing on these vines that had like DMT in it, basically.
Okay.
And this damn like jaguar is tripping balls, dude, for like 4 hours, just laying on its back, like looking up at the sky. It looks like a kitten. And it made me wonder what would happen if you just started like how fun, not funny, it'd actually be kind of fucked up, but like how, I guess it's not funny. Do you what's the question I'm trying to ask here? What do
I
you
don't
think would
know.
happen if somebody slipped you DMT without you knowing?
Well, that's a good question.
Like how would somebody take that, right?
Yeah,
And I'm
like
wondering what was going on in that jaguar's brain when he took it.
I don't know, cause like it's not a normal state of being. So
Not for a jaguar, right? And what's interesting is the jaguar's like looking up at the sky, which I'm not saying they don't look at the sky, but it was almost like looking for at something. And anyways, I was like, yeah, so if you just gave this to a person and they didn't know, I wonder how much of history is like, oh, the gods are coming and this and that, and it was really just people tripping nuts on
well,
like
the way I see it is like anybody who had religious experiences like that, like in the old days when you couldn't verify anything. Interesting how that works. But I think they were either
yeah, right.
liars or they were insane, and their insanity could have been brought on by drug use.
Yeah, and so like the Mayans and the Aztecs were just sacrificing people by what, the thousands, but they were also using these fucking substances and like worshiping like blood devils and shit. Um, now, now here's where it gets interesting though. Is like I'm pretty now you know I'm like religious, but I am very very skeptical of the Bible,
Okay.
and the only thing I don't there's a story about a burning bush and Moses, and he's talking to God, and I was just like, what if that burning bush was just like had some psychedelic properties,
And he was
or he was,
just fucking
oh
inhaling
yeah,
it.
and he was just high as shit, you know, and he was like, what the fuck, this bush is fucking dancing and talking to me, you know, because like I mean, like you know for a fact that people can hallucinate on drugs and see things that aren't there, right?
Yeah.
So how much of that is this? But then you know you also have to take into account like a lot of the stories in the Bible are accounted from different sources, so that's why it does have some credibility as far as the historical factor. And you know, I do genuinely believe that Jesus was a real person. I'm not saying he was a magic man or the son of God or whatever he claimed to be. He could have just been a illusionist. Who knows? But yeah, man. Like you got to think like how much of this shit is just people doing drugs. Like if we took a room full of people and slipped them like a low dose of DMT, and they really had no idea what they were taking, and you brought them in the woods, they'd probably all believe in like God or something by the end of it, right? Like not knowing any better. Or they'd be like, who the fuck slipped something in my drink?
I don't know. See, if I was given a drug and I didn't know, and it was something I had never taken before, so I couldn't recognize the effects, I don't honestly know how I would react.
You could have a fucking mental breakdown.
Yeah, it's possible. It could scare me because I would think something else was going on.
Well, my uncle was predisposed. I'm predisposed to schizophrenia. But he has schizophrenia. He didn't know, and back in those days, it was really hard to tell. Yeah, it's hard to tell when you have schizophrenia at all because it kind of just comes out of nowhere. But his fucking asshole friends put liquid LSD in his water bottle and locked him in a closet, and he had a psychotic break.
Jesus.
Dude, that is so messed up.
Yeah,
Like,
that's sick.
you know how you see movies and you see kids like do mean shit, like lock a kid in a fucking basement. I forgot what movie was that. Was that Sixth Sense, where the kids lock him in the fucking basement? Like the ghost in there was like fucking with them. Um, but yeah, man. Anytime I see scenes like that or kids like drowning another kid, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on in these people's brains?
Yeah.
Like how do they not know what they're doing is extremely fucked up.
When I was swimming once, you know that I'm gonna call it the dolphin maneuver, where like you're standing and then you just kind of like do a flip into the water from that position.
Is it like a gainer flip where you run forward and do a backflip in there, or
No,
is
no,
it
no. I
just from a
mean when you're in the water already, and you like
you're in?
you just like adjust yourself so that now you're facing down and you're like swimming.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Well, I did that, and this kid came up and grabbed my feet and was just holding me. So I was fucking drowning.
Oh, dude, that happened to me too. This same thing. This kid Ryan, he was like older than me, and they were like dunking me, and he held me underwater for like a long ass time, and I popped up like, like, and he didn't notice how bad it was, and he went over to go make out with his girlfriend, and so like I went and cried to my mom and like told her what happened, and like she could see that like I actually was like fucking held underwater for like too long, and she walked up and smacked the fuck out of him behind his head. He was like a 13, 14-year-old kid at the time.
Yeah.
My mom hit another person's kid and pushed him in the fucking jacuzzi screaming at him. And I was like, yeah, man, fuck yeah, mom. And she knew his dad too, so his dad was like, yeah, I'm glad you hit him. But yeah, that fucking asshole, he could have killed me. My dad did that to me once too, not trying to talk too much shit about my dad, but he like fucking tackled me into like outside of the pool into the water and like swam down and like it knocked the air out of my fucking my chest. And I
Oh,
couldn't breathe and I was like crying and he was like getting mad at me for crying. I was like, fuck you, dad.
damn. That sounds
um
really fucking awful.
dude, have you ever played Cuphead?
I haven't played it, but I know all about it.
So me and my girl are big into platformers,
Okay.
you know, little side scrollers, and we tried it. That game is fucking hard, dude.
Oh yeah, I know.
I hate it. I don't know why I ever thought, because I knew it was gonna be hard, but I was like, I didn't think it was gonna be so hard that me and my fucking girlfriend couldn't play it, dude. Like, I can't even fucking play it. If you guys have never tried Cuphead and you're like one of those cool couples that play games together, and you could beat me and them are kind of going on a streak right now. I'll post our high scores up in the comments. But if you guys want to fucking try to beat ours, I'd actually like to see that. Because once I touched that game, I was like, oh yeah, dude, this is like something. You remember back in the day, we used to play like the arcade classics on Xbox and shit. And
Yeah.
just see if we could beat each other's high scores. I kind of want to bring that again, dude. Um, what was that? What was that one game we used?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I cut out. You can edit that, but yeah. Do you remember that game?
Which game was it?
I think it was called Mindscape, or it was like it was like Minecraft, but it wasn't. It was like a cheaper version.
Oh yeah, we had at least two knockoff Minecrafts.
Yeah. We used to go in there and play. I just miss when we used to go play the old arcade games, like 1943, Battlefield 1943. That was a arcade game. It was like a cheaper Battlefield that everybody could play for free. Um, I like high score games. Have you played Castle Crashers?
Oh yeah, I like Castle Crashers.
Okay, Castle Crashers. Yeah, I like games like that. Little like user-made content. Um, I know you're gonna say no, but have you ever? No, not. I don't know you're gonna say no. Have you ever played Super Smash Bros?
Super Smash, no.
No. Okay. That is probably like my favorite game of all time.
Really?
Yeah, man. I've been playing it since like the first fucking game on the N64. But and I've been playing it since like on the Switch and everything. You don't have a Switch either, right?
No.
Okay, you'll never be a Nintendo guy. That's a silly question. Damn, son. You ain't cool. You're fucking chilly.
And Chile ain't never been cool.
And Chile ain't never been cool. Phasmophobia is on the way. Um, my old gaming laptop can run it,
Okay.
but yeah. Hi, Emily. Hey, everybody, say hi to Emily.
Hi, Emily.
He said hi. You have him on the headset. Um, I'm getting the new or my old gaming laptop fixed up, so I'll be able to touch up on Phasmophobia more. And I think that'd actually be really fun for like the listeners to watch us play a game or two.
Oh yeah, I'm super hyped for that.
Yeah, because I played it on the VR at my friend Jack's house. I got so fucking dizzy, dude.
Oh yeah, well if you're not used to VR, it's probably not a good
Oh,
game to
dude,
start with.
I was nauseous the whole day. What it was my eyes tracking the movement without me actually moving.
No, yeah, totally. That causes VR
So
sickness.
yeah, I don't know if you can turn down like the fucking walking speed or whatever, but I just felt like I was walking too fast. I was like, oh shit. I guess the caveat to that is when you're running for your fucking life, you don't want it to be slow. But I survived my first match.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a gin.
Okay. So
It followed.
so you basically know how to play then.
Oh yeah, and it's fun because each game is not the time difference between each game is so dramatic. Like one game could go quick as fuck, and you could be there all day, like waiting for shit to happen. I like that actually. It kind of gives it a more realistic feel of like you know when the game starts and when it initially ends. But as far as like getting the evidence, like it takes longer some rounds than it does others.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's really cool. Like, I love the night vision cam. I love using the. I think my favorite was the thermal cam, like seeing the handprint.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
UV light.
the ghost box just makes it so fucking scary.
Attack. Behind.
Yeah, yeah, behind, or I mean, EMF readers always are freaky, but I guess it's just like freaky when like nothing's happening and then it just goes off and then it stops going off.
Yeah, when I'm walking into a place and it like hits 5 immediately, I get thrown off for the rest of the match.
Right? Because it can go off in some places, but and it doesn't really mean anything. Like I remember the ghost was upstairs, and I went to the basement, and it went to a 5 for like 3 seconds, and then stopped, and I was in there for fucking forever, and then I went upstairs and was up there.
Yeah, ghosts can do. There's a lot to them actually. There's they have ghost events where it'll come to the room that you're in, even if it's not where it's normally hanging out, and it'll like scream in your face and fucking shut the lights off and slam the door, that kind of thing.
Dude, that's fucking scary.
Yeah, my least favorite one is when you're just kind of walking in a room and it just goes
Nope. How did you do that noise so well?
because I've played a lot of that game, man.
Did you move your mic just for the noise?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god! Okay, once again, you might want to cut that again too.
Yeah.
Do you like whiskey? Do you like whiskey?
Do I like whiskey? Yeah.
Okay. What do you have like any brand that you've tried that's probably like more expensive, but
I've never gone real expensive on whiskeys. I can't justify the spending.
yeah, but have you had expensive whiskey?
No.
Okay. So there's this whiskey I just tried the other day, um, from a friend. It was called Buffalo Trace whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, oh my god, it is so fucking smooth. Like, I like whiskey a lot, and I don't drink it all the time. I drink it when I want to have a good time, or if I'm just like on a weekend and there's nothing going on, you know,
Yeah.
or if I'm about to fuck. But anyways, yeah, I like whiskey, and my friend brought over this shit called Buffalo Trace, and I tried it, and I was like, okay, whatever, it's good. And I didn't know. I thought we were drinking my whiskey, and I was like, fuck, this is like good. And I was like, this isn't mine. I was like, hey man, I was like, do you like this whiskey? He's like, yeah, I brought it. I'm like, oh shit, this is yours? He's like, yeah, it's called Buffalo Trace. And it's like $50 for like a decent sized bottle. I wouldn't say definitely like if you could get like a small version of it or like a sample, that'd be great. But I know once you taste it, dude, you're like, oh fuck. It's not one you would just drink whenever. You would drink it for an occasion, dude. Like it's nice.
Hmm. Okay.
And ginger beer. I don't know if you've been trying ginger beer, but that shit's delicious too.
One of the mead flavors I have is ginger.
Do you like sake?
I've only ever had one kind, and I liked it, so that was,
Yeah, I actually like
I've
sake
meant
a lot.
to try more, but the Bevmo is like all the fucking way across town.
That's right, Bevmo. We don't have Bevmo out here. It's so funny. Every when people started saying Venmo, I was always like Venmo or Bevmo. I don't know. I always trip those two fucking words up. Oh, excuse me. Well, where we at on time, man?
I think we're about ready to close it out.
All right, cool.
We already crossed
Well,
over the hour mark.
mother heckin', everybody, check out "Ouch" by Matt Watson. That's Brandon's recommended album. And who were the two gentlemen's names on YouTube?
Super mega.
Super Mega. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later. Sorry, I take forever, guys. I am a bit of a busy. I'm a little busy, but I also get distracted. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Anytime the podcast is late, it's Cody's fault.
It's absolutely it is, guys. And trust me, I have an excuse for every time.
No, he
No,
does.
but
He does.
I, either way, I love doing this with Brandon. I love talking to him. It's a good way to keep in touch with an old friend, and um, definitely would love to see some people from high school interested in it, just to see what you guys think. Maybe get you guys on here.
All right. So, yeah, once again, that's Ouch by Matt Watson, and we'll talk about that next week.
There, guys.
All right. Bye bye, everybody.